Welcome back to Grow Joyfully Home and Garden and Garden Tour Saturday with your host, Grandma Sandy, your co-hosts, Suffolk Susie, Pat's Garden Life, and Growing on Vancouver Island. This is an open collab that anyone can join. Just use the hashtag Garden Tour Saturday. Well, here we are, another Saturday. It is the first week of September, and I'm thinking that we probably have 4 more Saturdays, maybe more if we're lucky, before we experience frost. So, I am out here, it's 9 o'clock in the morning, the temperature is 68 degrees, and it is just delicious. I have my herbal tea again, because it's not so fiery hot outside. And it is hibiscus and raspberry leaf. Since we only have about 4 more Saturdays left, I am out here soaking it all up and enjoying it very much. Gypsy from on the edge of Appalachia says she has so many signs of fall going on right now. And she also mentions how it's important to make sure that you put seeds in the garden in July, maybe even August, so you can have your fall garden. And don't forget to focus on those wonderful cold crops like lettuce, radishes, brassicas, everything that likes to grow in the spring or when it's cooler. It will definitely extend the growing season for us, which is wonderful. Right now I'm enjoying the beautiful, lush September garden, trying to enjoy every little bit of it before it gets cold and before I can't get my hands in the soil. I do have this new little greenhouse, and we're going to heat it, and I have great hopes for being able to come out there and keep some tomato plants alive, see how long I can keep them going, and cucumbers. That's why I put a lot of my things in pots. Not only do I run out of room in the garden beds, but at the end of the season I can take these pots, put them in the greenhouse, and then try to grow them through as long as I can. So, what are you doing in your gardens? Are you focusing on your fall garden? Are you just enjoying the rest of the summer garden? Please let me know down in the comments. All I know is that the garden is a place of solace, refuge, happiness, meditation, comfort, peace, etc. So today I think we might focus on working in here in the main garden since I was out in the pasture garden yesterday. I must make myself buckle down and make at least 2 batches of jelly from the beautiful red plums and get some more tomatoes processed. So I just have to behave myself and go in and work. I know that I would rather be out here in the garden, and I'm sure you do too. So I'm just going to sit here with my herbal tea, rock in my rocking chair in Ruthie's pavilion, and soak it all in. Contemplate life, try to figure out things that are difficult, and feel the restorative measures that come from being in a beautiful garden. My tomatoes are certainly late this year, and of course so are my peppers, although I don't understand how the banana pepper over there can be growing so beautifully and doing so well. I grew them all in the greenhouse all at the same time, so I can't quite figure out what the delay is in these other ones, like the habanadas. Hopefully we'll get some in the next month. So we're just going to take a nice little wander through this garden and enjoy ourselves, and then I'll have to go in the kitchen and get busy. The sweet potatoes are taking off and starting to grow. They're probably at least a month behind where I had them last year. I don't know if we're going to get anything, but we can remain hopeful. Oh, I spy something. There are 2 blossoms on this bell pepper plant right here. That's wonderful. Oh, and look, one on the habanada pepper too. That's what we like to see. If you hear snorting and snuffling over there, it's the neighbor's horse. He says hi. So I have a tomato setting on the Golden Jubilee tomato in the pot here. This is the first year I've grown the Gold Nugget tomatoes. And I think they're really just kind of round, yellow, larger cherry tomatoes. So I've got one here, here, and here. So we will see how they do. And I think they will be ideal for putting in the new greenhouse this winter and seeing how long we can get them to grow. Here is an early jalapeno pepper, and it's getting some blossoms, as well as the slim red cayenne pepper. I don't use hot peppers at all, but I am growing them to see if we can sell them at the farm stand and to see if I can grow them just for fun. I'm keeping this broccoli plant in here so that I can take off the little tiny florets that grow on the side and we can still enjoy those. I'm really loving the little ornamental sunflowers here. They were volunteers and they just brighten everything up so much. The rattlesnake beans are telling me that they're done. And the reason I leave them on here is so that we can have seed for next year. The longer you can leave them on and the drier you can get them, I think the better the seed will be. I still have the sun gold cherry growing away here. I just come over here and snack on it. So I will still have the sun gold cherry in this tower once I take out the rattlesnake bean plant. I have more jalapenos over here. I'll tell you what, do you want to hear a sad story? This is the second or third year that I have not really successfully produced Cherokee purple tomato. Now this is a Cherokee purple tomato plant right here. But look how small the fruit is. I do have 3, at least I have 3 fruit, but I'm quite disappointed. I even bought new seed last year just in case there was something wrong with the seed. Anyway, very disappointing. I made a special effort to make sure that I had plenty of Cherokee purple plants this year, which I did, and they grew. And I put several out in the pasture garden, and I've got one in here, and I'm just not having success. Anyway, we'll just keep working on that because they are one of the most important tomato varieties that I do grow. We have Ananas Noir, we have the Hillbilly. There might be one little fruit on there. I don't know if we'll get anything. They're also a hard tomato for me to grow. I don't get a lot from them. For whatever reason, they're not really happy here in my climate. And this sunflower is growing well. I did have to tie it up to the cattle panel to keep it from falling over. Isn't it beautiful? The air is so soft and still quite cool, and it just feels like a little bit like a dream in here. It's so wonderful. I love it when it cools down just a little bit so you can enjoy yourself. This is a Cherokee purple, so I'm going to take it into the greenhouse when it gets cold and see if I can grow out any of them at all. This is the early red chief, and I've got 2 or 3 plants in here. I took out one plant and I put it in here. And already with more room, it looks a lot happier. So I know this is too squishy in here for them. I might have to move another plant or 2 out. I still have that, what I think it is, a cantaloupe plant growing. And if it is, it's my only cantaloupe that grew this year. I don't do well growing melons, as you learned on the last video. I try very hard, but I don't succeed. But I just keep trying. I have a northern ruby paste right here, growing. It's a tomato. Oh, look. There's some fruit. And I've lost the tag for this one here, so I couldn't even tell you what it is. I guess we'll find out together. But it's not doing great, so maybe we won't find out at all. It'll remain a mystery. Here is a baby dark Armenian cucumber. There's one there too. These beds that I get planted late seem to work out very well in the later summer. So I guess you could consider this my fall garden in a way, although the tomatoes and peppers are not typically considered fall plants. Okay, it's time. I have to do something about this crazy Sweet 100 tomato plant because I have some beans down there, a second planting of beans. I want them to be able to have light, space, and nutrition, and right now they don't have it. So I'm going to put on my wonderful gardening sleeves and start chopping away on this thing right now. Look at all my cucumber friends back. This is the plant that just keeps on giving. Here's the other side. It's really coming on. Amazing, amazing, beautiful. Look at this sweet banana pepper plant. Look how many are on there. I'm absolutely amazed, and I'm definitely going to save seed from this plant. The lima beans are still growing away. Some of them are getting brown. I'm just going to leave them on till they're all brown and dried up and then harvest them for a soup type bean. That's what my whole goal was. I just wanted to be able to grow some butter beans. This is the German butterball potato container, and I'm thinking I will leave it another week or two until the green really dies back. I transplanted a gold nugget tomato plant in here, so I ended up with quite a few gold nugget tomato plants. Okay, I'm geared up in my garden sleeves, and I only wore them once yesterday, and they're just filthy. That's why I recommended to have 2 or 3 pairs so you can wash them. Wash one, wear one, and have one at the ready. I'm really glad I have these garden sleeves on today because I have short sleeves, and I'm going to get very itchy. Take a look at the sky right there. Not only do we have smoke in our skies from forest fires, but looks like it wants to rain. Before I tackle the Sweet 100, I'm going to pick some of these beautiful chocolate sprinkles tomatoes. It's time to take the noodle beans down. I let them go to seed and dry, and I can feel seeds in there. They're really tiny seeds, but I think it's time to get them down and save them. The first thing I'm going to do is just start chopping, and yes, there are tomatoes on there, but it doesn't bother me because there's no way I can use this many cherry tomatoes anyway. I just have to get things tied up and more organized over here on this side. Okay, take a look at this. I probably cut off about 3/4 of what was there. The rest of it is down here. Yes, things get to a point for me in my garden where I just can't handle it anymore. And when I get the time, I clean it up. Now these will have enough space, light, and nutrition. So I feel a lot better about this. The beans will have a chance to grow. They're looking very weak and spindly and unhappy, but now they'll have the sunlight they need. I wanted to show you a Big Max pumpkin that's growing. I think we have about 3 of them. There's one there, one there. It's hard to tell through all the leaves, but only one sticking out here in this part of the garden. But look at the size of it. It is a big, big pumpkin, and we're certainly going to enjoy that. So it looks like it wants to rain on us. I feel a few drops, so I'm going to end the video here. And I'm going to wish you a very happy day. Hope your garden tour Saturday's going well. Yep, here comes the rain. I love the rain though. I hope you have a lovely day and you're getting a lot done and you enjoy the last few weeks, or for you in the south where it's warmer, the last few months in your beautiful gardens. Make sure you pace yourself, enjoy the little moments, and have a lovely day. So we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for stopping by.